Shalom, shalom, Akim, it's your brother here, Yakan. And first and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Akal Kodash, Barakathum, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I'd like to say shalom, all right? Hopefully this lesson is edifying, uplifting, and encouraging to the Akim and the Akwaf that's scattered abroad, all right, across the four corners of the earth, all right? Shalom to you and your families, all right? Especially double honors and Barakathum, all right? To the, not double honors, Barakathum, you know, blessings to the elect out there, all right? Whether that's the men or the children or also the woman, all right? We almost up out of here. Just keep enduring. Stay in the spirit, stay in the scripture, stay watching brothers' videos, stay in contact with brothers, keep the sword sharpened, and keep the faith high, all right? This lesson is going to be about men, man. All right, about how, you know, you got to break yourself down to build yourself back up. But you can only do that through experiences, okay? So I think what's happening now amongst Israel, I think why the Lord is doing a big shift is because there's a lot of fucking imposters, man. There's a lot of men appearing to be men of the Lord, but are really just fakes, man. They only a man of the Lord when it comes to being behind the screen. All right, when it comes to posting precepts. All right, when it comes to going behind video and doing a lesson that they already had pre-planned or just basically piggyback off somebody else's lesson. But when it comes to, you know, when hardships come, all right, they fold up, all right, and they go back and they turn back to a little bitch, or they turn back into the worldly ways, or when life doesn't go their way or when things don't go their way, all right, they fold up like a little girl because they ain't been building themselves up as they supposed to, man. They ain't get outside of their fucking house and experience the world, experience life. A man's supposed to put himself through hardships, man. All right, now I'm not saying go out there and make your life harder by making dumb decisions, but I'm saying go out there and bust your ass and see what life has to offer. All right, before you sit there and you chalk it and you go ahead and you settle for your little $15 an hour 9-to-5 job, man. All right, because if you don't take that risk, best believe you'll be working for somebody that does or that did take that risk. All right, so you know, Jake, you got to go out there and experience the world, man, and stop living behind a fucking keyboard. All right, a lot of Jake, man. All right, and even Israel, among Israel itself, Jake ain't as tough as they think they are, man. All right, they tough because they read a little bit of the scriptures and watch a little bit of videos on brothers, you know. But you know, Jake don't be doing hard shit. Jake does the bare minimum. Jake don't push his flesh. Jake don't push his spiritual. Jake don't go out there and put himself in uncomfortable situations. Jake don't really know how great he really is for real. Because Jake don't put himself in uncomfortable situations. You stay around where it's comfortable. So, you know, and you move as if you're scared to make mistakes. So therefore, you'll never grow. If you're constantly looking for validation and acceptance from older brothers or more experienced brothers or from the elders or from even the world or whoever you are, you'll never grow that way, man. Sometimes you got to make a mistake. Sometimes you got to fuck up. Sometimes you got to fail. That's all part of the journey. Failing is part of the journey of success. Being scared and being uncomfortable is part of the journey of success. There's nothing wrong with being scared, man. We're only humans, all right? But you're not supposed to let that scaredness, that fear overcome you, overtake you, consume you. You know, acknowledge you're scared and overcome that. Acknowledge you're uncomfortable and overcome that. A man must be able to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Life is never going to go how you think it's going to go in your mind. Life is never going to go how you think it's going to go in your head. You know, brothers can read the scriptures all day. Oh, when they're brought to a lower state, take it cheerfully. Yeah, it sounds good when you're reading it and you're preaching it. But when brothers are brought to that lower state, brothers don't take it cheerfully. Brothers are good at reading it, but not applying it. You know? That's what it's about, man. This truth, this walk is about applying it, man. It's not about just doing videos and reading the scriptures and knowing breakdowns, man. That's what brothers, I think, brothers are just so fucking hell-bent on how many videos they did a week. You know what I mean? Like, God, yo, it's bigger than that. Apply this word. Apply this truth to your life every day. Don't just talk about it, be about it. There's many other things that you got to do to be a man of the Lord than to just break down lessons and to just read scriptures, man. It's the way you got to conduct yourself. It's the way you got to carry yourself. It's the way you got to talk. It's the way you got to present yourself. It's the way you got to take care of your body. It's the way you got to eat. It's the way you got to think. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle, man. You can't just put this shit on and then when you go home at night, you take this shit off. Once you put this shit on, it don't come off. This is now who you are. This is your embodiment. This is what you become. This is who you are. This is a part of you now. The truth is a part of you. That's why brothers kill me when they try to act like a brother's a man of the Lord because of how many videos he did. That shit don't fucking make you a man of the Lord. That shit don't make you of the elect. What you do every single day, how you conduct yourself every single day matters, man. What you did in that situation with that brother, man. What you did in that situation with you and your kids, with you and your wife. You know, when you knew nobody was looking, and you could have cheated, you could have did the wrong thing, but your integrity, your morals, your standards that you have, and your fear that you have for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai didn't allow you to cheat, didn't allow you to cut no corner, didn't allow you to go ahead and go into sin, although nobody would have saw it or checked you on it. But you know the angels of the Lord, you know the eyes of the Lord is everywhere, man. The Lord would have saw you. You know? So, brothers got to understand, man, this is a bigger thing than just being seen by the masses. It's a bigger thing than just being seen on YouTube and getting likes and getting views. It's bigger than that type of shit, man. It's about doing the little things right every single day. Doing your little readings, doing your praying, you know, begging the Lord, you know, supping with the Lord, you know, thinking the Lord is, you know, you just meditate the Lord on your mind, you know, 24/7. You just thinking the Lord, man, just thinking about the kingdom, just thinking about, you know, just pondering on the kingdom, pondering on the powers, man, pondering on, you know, what it's like when Israel gonna come back together in their full glory. You know, the scriptures are always on your mind, man. You know, that's what makes a brother slow to anger. You know, thinking about the scriptures and not being carnally minded and thinking in the world. Because it's easy to get caught up in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We walking in the valley of the shadow of death. We can't walk by the flesh. We can't walk by sight. We got to walk by faith here. If you walking by the sight, if you walking by the flesh in this society, you're going to die. The food going to kill you. All right? You following these stupid ass trends is going to kill you. You following people after you being a follower of the world. Following people that's following a multitude to do evil. You might go ahead and follow your friend to do some drugs because you're a follower, because he did it because he was cool. That shit might be laced with some fentanyl or something else and you might die. All because you was a follower. You know you don't do drugs, but because you're so insecure inside, you want to be accepted. You go ahead and you follow somebody who you look up to, or who somebody else looks up to, or someone that's popular, you go ahead and you die because of that. Being a fucking follower. Being a yes man. Brothers got to be able to think for themselves, man. Be able to have their own discernment, man, as a man. All right? But brothers got to have their own mindset, man. Brothers got to have their own thoughts, their own way of thinking, their own way of breaking shit down. And not just following after men because men said it, man. Ask questions. Don't just be a yes man. Yeah. Who said so? Oh, okay, I'm a follower. Who said so? Oh, okay, I'm a follower. Like El Tahor and the elders, man, they the elders. We know that. They get double honors. They get the most respect. We understand that. We know all that. But at the end of the day, they're still men. Elder Tahar done went off. Elder Gabar done went off. Elder Ramlad done went off. Elder Wakad done went off. They done all said some shit that they regretted and didn't mean. So when the elders say something, man, you can't just take it for face value. Why are we doing this? Because the elder said so. Now, can you articulate an answer as to why we doing something? I need to hear it from your words. Not regurgitating something just because something the elder said. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it don't even be scriptures. There been a lot of times that the elders had said something, or you know, said a decree on something, but it didn't align with the scriptures. Is what they wanted, and they can't. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're supposed to follow the elders and look up to them, and we do. When it comes to scriptures, I'm not saying you got to sit here and follow El Tahor or coattail everywhere you go and do everything he do. Be your own man. Be your own spirit. There are spiritual fathers. They sit here to help guide us and correct us and encourage us and teach us. And by doing that, that's showing us love. But they don't got to be best friends with us and comment on every video and like for us to feel as if they like us. You know, I believe that the elders love every brother that's in this truth sincerely and genuinely, that's doing the work. I don't think the elders have to physically meet somebody to love them, man. They too wise, they too experienced for that. You know, brothers gotta have their own mind, man. Their own discernment. Sometimes brothers be scaring me, thinking that just because if Elder Tahar was to be possessed by a demon, I'm just giving a hypothetical, and he was to go ahead and say, yeah, go ahead and take the chip. Some brothers will take the chip just because Elder Tahar said. Although the scriptures say not to take it, because they look up to Elder Tahar so much. Elder Tahar said take the chip, they'll take it. Knowing it's wrong, but because the elders said it. Like, if that's your mindset, you got to have more discernment. Because at the end of the day, they are just men. Yeah, we know they men of the Lord, but they're still in the flesh, so they're susceptible to wickedness. They're susceptible to their sins. They're susceptible to demons. You know? That's all it is. Brothers got to put themselves on front sheet. Brothers got to go out and experience and talk to people, man. The problem with a lot of GMS brothers, man, is they come into this truth, man, and they kind of just shut the world out. Where they stop being ambitious, they stop being hungry, they stop striving for success, they stop taking care of themselves, they stop working out, they stop caring about the world. You know, I'm not saying care about the world, but like you gotta care to a certain extent. You still gotta, if you got a family, you gotta make money, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta work out, you gotta be in shape, you gotta make sure you looking good, you're not just out here looking like a bum. You know, you getting haircuts, you trimming yourself up, you smelling good, you looking presentable. You carrying yourself like you a prince of the power. But a lot of brothers, man, they so focused, on this truth that it creates an unbalance. And now they don't got no motion in the world. They don't got no movement in the world. And now the hardness of the world is now weighing down on their spirit. And it's making the truth to be hard now. Because your everyday life, your worldly life is hard. So now you're making it harder on yourself. Whereas if you're striving to be great in the world and in this world, yeah, you're still trying to be great in the world. Just like you're trying to be great in the word. You can't aim to just be like, so wherever I land up in the world, I'm going to just go through the motions. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens, happens. But then in the spirit, I want to be up the 144. I'm going hard every day to be at the 144. That's an unequally yoked. Off balance. How you lackluster in the flesh, but then you super go hard in the spirit. That's an unbalance between the flesh and the spirit. They both got to be on one page, on one concordance. So if the flesh is aligned in trying to be great, then the spirit is aligned in trying to be great. Or else you'll just have that constant battle between the flesh and the spirit. You're making it harder on yourself. It's already a battle. It'd be try to be, in your best interest to try to get the flesh and the spirit on the same wavelength, the same vibration. So try to go hard in the world like you go hard in the spirit. Brothers got to try to make their lives easier, man. But sometimes doing that, you got to make it harder at first. In order to go through, peace, you got to go through war. You know how it is. In order for us to get to the kingdom, which is the greatest thing ever, we have to go through some hardships, some trials and tribulations. The hardest things that are ever going to happen to us, we got to go through in order to get the greatest reward. So in order for a man to become his greatest self, he has to go through some great, some temptations, some losses, some failures, some pains, some setbacks, losing family members to death, friends, so on and so forth, or, just losing them out your life, not due to death or whatever it may be. But best believe that in order for you to be your true self, in order for you to be your highest authentic self, you're going to have to go through hardships and trials and tribulations. You're going to have to put this truth to the test. You're going to have to, experience it, man. All right? Because the only way you're going to know this truth works is if you try to do the things that align to the truth. It's one thing to read it and to see it. But that's why scripture say, train up a child in the way he shall go, he shall not depart. Why won't he depart? Because if I show you a healthy lifestyle, and then I show you an unhealthy lifestyle, and you live both those lifestyles, and in the healthy lifestyle, you felt your life was greater, was better, you felt better. And in your unhealthy lifestyle, you felt sick, sad, depressed. You're going to choose that healthy lifestyle. Why? Because it's more beneficial for you. It's more beneficial to you. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to train up a child in the way he shall go. That's why it's important to feed the thing that's going to help you grow. It's going to help you continue going. You know? So brothers just got to stay on, you know, put all that thing that you're going through, you know, sometimes you got to put it to the test, man. You know, go out there and put yourself in a situation that you're not comfortable with or you're not familiar with. And then apply the scriptures. Go ahead and get in it and put yourself in, you know, a situation and go ahead and hit somebody with a soft answer and watch her turn away wrath. You know? Really put the scriptures to the test and watch you start to believe in them even more. And it'll increase your faith and you'll start walking in the ways of the scriptures even more because you know it's beneficial to you. Experience, guys. Live in it. So with that, let me give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akwakwaдаsh, Babakathum, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you, I like to say, Shalom.